pillow's wet, the lights are dim, the sobs have left, but not with him. No victory, no healing call, just silence sitting soft and small. And in that still, I found no shame, no need to blame, no one to name, just salt and truth upon my skin, reminding me I let it in. After the tears I feel more real, not broken, just allowed to feel. No need to wipe, no need to hide. I cried and still came out alive. The mirror shows my swollen eyes, but also light that never lies. And though no one may ever know, I face the tide and let it flow. Not every fall needs helping hands, some just need time to understand that crying isn't weak or wrong. It's how the soul resets its song. After the tears I breathe more slow, I walk through doors I feared to go. And in the ache that washed me through, I found a gentler kind of truth. So next time that the flood arrives, I won't pretend or improvise. I'll sit, I'll sob and let it be. For tears don't break, they set you free. After the tears I stand upright, no shame for sorrow in the night. Just me, a heart and space to mend, a little closer to the end.
You're the last one in my song, the one who waits the whole way long. I hope you know I've walked through fire, but never let my heart expire. I may not bloom the way I did, but still there's love I never hid. And if you choose to walk my lane, you're the last one in. Don't mind the scars, don't ask where I've been. Just sit beside me in the light, and I will love you soft and right. I've written letters to the wind, I've held goodbyes I didn't send. But if you read between the lines, you'll see I've saved the best of mine. You won't be first, you won't be trial, but maybe you'll be worth the while. And in this quiet waiting space, I've left a seat, I've saved a place. If you're the last one in, there's nothing left I perfect love, not brand new skin, but something true beneath the spin. So if you're late, just come on slow. The gate is wide, and you should know. If you're the last one in, you're not too late. Love still begins. We'll light a match, not chase a blaze, and walk this life in quiet praise. Quiet praise. The sky was gray, but didn't cry. The coffee cooled, the hours slid by. No big regret, no shining wind, just letting ordinary in. And that's okay, not every day has to be fireworks on display. Some days just sit and let you breathe and quietly begin to leave. It was just one of those days. No gold, no loss, no loud hoorays. Just here and now, a passing breeze, a moment held with quiet ease. I didn't smile, I didn't break. I made my bed, I took my break. And maybe that's a kind of grace, to simply be and keep your pace. I didn't bloom, I didn't fade, but still I lived the life I made. And in that calm I softly found the world keeps spinning safe and sound. It was just one of those days, not meant to lie or to amaze, but still it counted just the same in this long, slow, unfolding game. Not every story has a twist, some just exist and still persist. And that, my friend, is quite enough to call it life, to call life.
The sky is still a shade of gray. The map unsure, the road won't say. But there's a hum beneath my doubt, a sense that something's working out. I can't explain it line by line, but every breath feels more aligned. And though I don't know what I'll see, I've started trusting it sees me. Something's coming, and I believe in all the things I used to grieve. Have cleared the path for roots to rise and reach toward unfamiliar skies. cried for things I could not claim, but in the still I feel it near, a future not quite formed but here. And every time I almost quit, the air reminds, don't rush through it. For even in this in-between, there's life in all the unseen green. Something's coming, and I believe it's not a race, it's what you leave. With every choice to breathe, to stay, to let the maybe shape your day. It's not the loud arrival kind, it's quiet faith that builds your mind. And even if it shifts its face, it leads you to a safer place. Something's coming, and I believe in what I sowed on broken knee. And though it hasn't knocked just yet, my heart has set, I won't forget.
The clouds roll by like whispered time. No need for rush, no need to climb. I sipped my tea, I sat alone, and felt a thought I'd never known. It wasn't loud, it didn't shout, just crept into my heart with doubt. A quiet line that softly shone. I think today I might be grown. The day I realized I'm grown. No gold to wear, no crown to own, just peace and not needing to prove, and stillness in the way I move. I didn't fear what lay ahead, I didn't grieve what once was said. I felt the weight, but not the chain, and knew I'd dance inside the rain. The fears I chased, the things I'd crave, now rest in boxes I don't say. And though I'm not completely known, I like the shape of what I've grown. The day I realized I'm grown was just a sky, a cloud, a tone. And in that hour, soft and wide, I met myself and didn't hide. No trumpet sound, no flash of light, just peace that comes when wrong feels right. A slow becoming undefined, but still enough to quiet mine. The day I realized I'm grown was nothing grand, but still my own. And in the
world is dim, the lights are low. No cars outside, no sounds below. It's 3 a.m. and I'm awake, but not because of some heartbreak. The silence doesn't haunt tonight. It wraps around me soft and light. And in this hour once filled with dread, I only hear my thoughts instead. 3 a.m. and I'm not afraid. No monsters hiding in the shade. Just me, the dark, and breath so clear, and peace that chose to settle here. No need to scroll, no need to run. I'm not awaiting anyone. I made my tea, I lit one flame and whispered softly my own name. I used to fear this time alone, but now it feels like I've come home. No longer echoing the past, just letting every moment last. 3 a.m. and I'm not afraid. No sadness left to masquerade. Just steady heartbeats in the dark, and quiet where I used to bark. Some healing comes without a sign. It just arrives when you unwind. And here I am in still and gray, alive in such a simple way. 3 a.m. and I'm not afraid. No longer lost, no longer swayed. Just grateful for this silent song that sings of where I now belong. 3 a.m. and I'm not afraid. No monsters hiding in the shade. Just me, the dark, and breath so clear, and peace that chose to settle here. I didn't cross the finish line. I didn't climb or even try. I stayed at home and made my tea, and still I felt the world in me. No medal shines, no crowd applauds, but peace arrived in softer nods. And for the first time I could see that resting is a kind of being. Staying still is something too. Not giving up, just breathing through the moments life demands you wait, and gently hold your shifting weight. I clean my desk, I read my name. I smiled and didn't feel ashamed that I had paused, not pushed ahead. to my quiet step. They'll tell you go, they'll say to chase, but there is strength in staying in place, in trusting that the ground beneath still holds you when you take a beat. Staying still is something too. The world still turns with or without you, and in the hush I found the proof that I belong beneath this roof. We glorify the ones who run, but miss the strength in facing none of all the noise, just choosing peace and letting the unrest release. Staying still is something too. I learned to breathe, not just push through, and maybe growth can bloom this way by being here, not far away. I didn't cry, I didn't shout, just breathe a memory right back out. No broken glass, no angry scene, just space where once your name had been. I thought I'd fall when I let go, but silence didn't come with woe, just calm that wrapped around my chest and gave my tired hands some rest. Letting go without the fall, no echo down an endless hall, just one more step with open palm. No fire, no storm, just quiet calm. No list of faults, no final plea, no need to fix what couldn't be. I walked away not out of spite, but 'cause I finally felt the light. And all the weight I thought I'd lose had turned to air. I got to choose. I didn't sink, I didn't break, I simply gave myself a break. Letting go without the fall, no crashing sounds, no shattered wall, just one deep breath, and then the door closed softer than it had before. Some endings don't need one last word, some peace comes quiet, never heard. And when you leave without regret, that's when you know you don't forget. Letting go without the fall, not losing you, just losing thrall. And in the quiet where you stood, I found the space I always should. Coffee warm, my thoughts remain. No one across, no voice but mine, and somehow that feels just fine. I used to think alone meant lost. That quiet time came at a cost. But now I sip and breathe with ease and let my solitude appease. Smiles, he seems to know this isn't grief, it's inner glow. I write some lines, then stare outside and feel the hush I used to hide. Not lonely now, just more aware of how I love the way I care. For all the selves I used to flee, but now I let them sit with me. My table for one, and it feels true. No mask to wear, no roles to do. Just sips and glances, breath and time, and knowing stillness isn't crime. So if you see me there alone, don't think I long for a text or phone. I'm with someone I've long ignored, and she's the one I can't afford. My table for one, but never less. I've learned to hold my own excess, and in this quiet cafe light, I've never felt more whole, more right. Small, a little left out. If every step feels twice as slow, and all your build comes down below. Pause right here, just take this in. You're not the sum of where you've been, and nothing wrong with being still. The world will turn, it always will. Read this if you feel less today. You're worthy still in disarray. No trophy needed, no clear path. You're made of stars and aftermath. If you forgot how bright you shine, let this be proof you're still alive. Not with the crowd or ticking clocks, but with the soul behind the knocks. You've carried things no one can see, that makes you strong intrinsically. And even when you crawl a pace, you're still a part of time and grace. Read this if you feel less today. There's space for you in skies and clay. You're not too late, you're not too flawed. You're not unseen, you're deeply awed. So if the mirror turns away, look here and let these words just stay. You matter more than you believe. You breathe, and that's your greatest feat. Read this if you feel less today. You're loved in quiet, gentle way, and someday soon you'll stand and see you've always been enough to be.
The rain hit grass and suddenly I wasn't here, I was age 3. Barefoot feet on wooden frame, screaming joy with no one to tame. A rusted chain, a muddy slide, the scent of childhood still inside. It took one breeze, one dampened wind to meet the kid I tucked within. Scent of the swing set back in the day, the smell of summer's wild ballet, of scraped up knees and lemonade, and worlds I built that never fade. The trees we used to name, the cracks that held our secret game, the scent of chalk and worn down rope returned like time's unraveled hope. And Though the world has changed its hue, that smell brought colors back in view. A piece of me still runs and spins whenever summer air begins. Scent of the swing set, sweet and clear, the kind of thing that draws you near to who you were before the way of growing up could cultivate. Place, forget my lines, forget my face, I hope the scent of grass and sky will find me there and say hi. Scent of the swing set, hold me tight when I've outgrown the toys and light. Remind me I was once that wild, a fearless, loud, and muddy child.
We haven't talked in quite a while. The thread unraveled mile by mile, but every now and then I see a flash of who we used to be. No falling out, no final scene, just life that came and changed the screen. And though we drifted far from view, I'm still somehow grateful for you. Still grateful for the laughs we shared, the days we spoke, the ways you cared. We may have gone where life leads to, but I'll always be grateful for you. We chose. I learned from all the highs and lows. You held my hand when I was lost and gave me faith no matter cost. And though we're walking different maps with different skies and different gaps, there's space in me where you shine through, a place that says for the time we had, the simple talks, both good and bad. We may not share what's next or new, but I'll always be grateful for you. Grateful for you, yes, still no bitterness, no unmet will. You changed me more than you once knew. That's enough, I'm grateful too. Still grateful for the laughs we shared, the days we spoke, the ways you cared. We may have gone where life leads to, grateful for you.
didn't text, I didn't speak. I let my thoughts fall soft and weak. No buzzing screen, no how are you? Just quiet air and sky in view. And not because I felt alone, because I craved a softer tone, the kind that whispers back your name without the need to stake or claim. This is the silence I chose, not from the storm but from repose, to hear the pulse beneath the sound, to feel my thoughts all settle down. No notifications sang my name, and yet I felt no loss, no shame. I walked without a voice to chase, and found a still uncluttered space. Not every pause means breaking glass. Some are the peace we often pass. And when I sat with only me, I heard the song I couldn't see. This is the silence I chose, to slow the world and gently close the doors that shout, the noise that clings, and listen for the quiet things. Some love is loud, some love is near, but self-love speaks when you can hear. So don't mistake this hush for lack. It's how I find my center back. This is the silence I chose. No mask, no fight, no one to pose. Just me, the breath, the gentle sun, and a room to be without a run. The clock is past the quiet 3, but sleep won't come to visit me. Not hurting bad, not full of tears, just stuck inside these scattered gears. The ceiling holds 1,000 thoughts of what I said and what I've lost, of dreams I shelved or words unsent, and moments I can't reinvent. There's too much on my mind tonight. No storm, no scream, no deadly fright, just echoes bouncing soft and wide. Inside this room I cannot calls I never made, of laughter that began to fade, of people who once knew my name, now strangers wearing kindness framed. But not all weight is dark or cold. Some thoughts just linger gently bold, and though I toss from side to side, I still feel safe here, even wide-eyed. There's too much on my mind tonight, like distant stars with sleepless hours that never end. But hold a mirror in the dark to show we're real beneath the spark. There's too much on my mind tonight, but I'm okay, I'll be alright. I'll watch the moon, I'll count the sky, and rest in thinking by and by.
I saw your name the other night and didn't flinch or lose my light. It lingered there, but like a breeze, no storm to bring me to my knees. You once were thunder in my chest, a name I couldn't lay to rest. But now you're just a softer line, a page I've left, a healed sign. You don't hurt anymore. You used to shake me to the core, but now I nod and let it go. A chapter closed, and now I know. You weren't the end, you weren't the flame. You were a lesson with a name. And though I bled, I also grew and found myself beyond the blue. You crossed my path, you lit a spark, but left before I turned the dark. And maybe that's the way it had to end. Not bitter, not all bad. You don't hurt anymore. You're just a thought I don't implore. You don't define the way I feel. You're gone, and I have learned to heal. I won't pretend I feel no trace, but I don't chase your phantom face. I'm finally free to see what's mine and not look back for some lost sign. You don't hurt anymore. You were a wave that met the shore. You broke, you passed, and now I stand a softer soul with open hands.
Standing lost, unsure, half broke, a stranger passed and softly spoke. Don't let one bruise define your skin, then disappeared into the din. I never caught their name or face, but somehow time began to pace. And in those words the clouds gave way, just enough light to shift my day. A stranger said a simple line, and somehow it became a sign. I turned around, I breathed, I tried, and something heavy stepped aside.
from a friend. Some souls just pass and briefly mend. A kindness tossed like falling rain that lands where hearts still hold their strain. I never caught their name or face, but somehow time began to pace. And in those words the clouds gave way, just enough light to shift my day. A stranger said a simple line, and somehow it became a sign. I turned around, I breathed, I tried, and something heavy stepped aside. Some roads don't need a map or plan, just one soft voice that understands. And though I walk the rest alone, that sentence still became my home. A stranger said a simple line, no grand advice, no bold design, but now I live a wider view because one stranger simply knew. No porch light lit, no dinner plate, no how was it or sorry late. Just hallway air and shoes untouched, but still I came without a crutch. I used to think love had to wait behind a door left slightly late. But sometimes home is not who stays, but that I choose to find my way. I came back anyway, though no one called or asked me to stay. I brought myself, I held my ground, and that alone was safe and sound. No photos framed, no welcome sign, just light that fell across the blinds. But even so, I felt the grace of showing up in my own place. I used to think love had to wait behind a door left slightly late. But sometimes home is not who stays, but that I choose to find my way. I came back anyway, though no one called or asked me to stay. I brought myself, I held my ground, and that alone was safe and sound. Not every soul walks through my door, but I still sweep and light the floor, because I know if I return, it's not for them, it's what I've learned. I came back anyway, no proof required, no one to sway. And that's enough to stand and say I'm worth the love I give away. I came back anyway, no proof required, no one to sway. And that's enough to stand and say I'm worth the love I give away. No surprise, no change of fate, no letter came, no twist was great. I brewed my tea, I tied my hair, just lived a day that felt like air. But something in the empty space felt full enough, a kind of grace. And though the world spun just the same, my heart sat still and gently claimed nothing happened, but I'm grateful anyway for how the breeze moved through the clay, for how the sun just stayed its course without a need to shout or force. The silence wasn't cruel or sharp. It hummed like strings on a mellow harp. I stretched, I smiled, I read a page. Felt older but not locked in cage. I think I've learned to see the thread in all the days we fear we've bled. Sometimes the soft unshouted things are where the clearest healing clings. Nothing happened, but I'm grateful anyway. The small was wide enough today. No peak, no crowd, no goals to chase, just breath that met me face to face. Need proof to feel at ease. Some days just sing without a breeze. And I have learned with hands unclenched that joy can come when thirst is quenched. Nothing happened, but I'm grateful anyway for living life in slow ballet. Tomorrow comes the same, I'll love it still without a name.
Curled up, closed and gray. Walls around me, words in dismay. Then you walked in, no grand hello, just one bad pun, and off I go. The kind of laugh that feels unfair, like joy snuck in without a care. And all my sadness had to flee, because your nonsense rescued me. Only you could break through the flood with nothing planned, just who you stand. You didn't try, you didn't push, you just arrived and cleared the didn't ask what broke me then. Just let me be and joked again. No hero act, no big reveal, just silly lines that help me heal. The kind of laugh that doesn't fix, but stitches soft in quiet ticks.
a friend who knew when words would fall